Continuing our rational expressions and equations unit, we are not just going to be dividing binomials, we are also going to be dividing fractions and multiplying fractions. So we're going to go through how to do that. The basic idea, here's the procedure right here. Notice the first step is extremely important. You got to factor first. So this takes us back to simplifying fractions. It's basically the exact same steps, and then you reduce just like we did. Now we can reduce any numerator and any denominator. So that's the idea. Okay, so we are doing that. So let's do this first one. We're multiplying here. So the first step, factor. So we factor each of the pieces. So top, bottom, top, bottom. So we're going to write it the exact same way. Okay, so but then we factor each piece if we can. So always look GCF first. The first one, y is the GCF, not x. And we're left with x plus 3. Remember, you need to keep that GCF there. The bottom one here, 6x, it's not a trinomial. There's nothing to it. There's nothing I can really do there. This one here, it is a GCF again. Remember that GCF, always look for that first. And the bottom, we got a dot. We'll do that. I'm not going to do that every time, but that seemed like fun. That's a GCF. Dots. X plus 3, x minus 3. So then you look for common factors. Now, this is multiplication, so it's almost like it's one giant fraction here. So we simply look for common terms in the top and in the bottom. So if we have, here we have an x plus 3. I like the arrow, give me a sec. So here we have an x plus 3. Here we have, as long as one's in the top and one's in the bottom somewhere, I can cross those out. That's still 1. So if I had multiplied this whole thing together, then they would be on the top and the bottom. So here there's an x minus 3 and an x minus 3. And also notice that we have an x here and an x here. So I'm going to cross those out in red so you can see. And also you have numbers. Now sometimes we forget the numbers. I don't know why, but we forget. So that's a number. It's still a factor. So you can, if you want, do like a 2y, multiply everything that's left. So the y and the 2 is left on the top, and the 6, only the 6 is left on the bottom. This isn't totally reduced, so you can take it one more step. You have to take one more step and find a number that divides into 2 and a 6. So 2 goes into 2 once, and 2 goes into 6 3 times. So we get y over 3, or 1y over 3 if you want. Now you could have done that here. Same thing. Just sometimes you forget. Make sure you check to make sure your fraction here has been totally reduced. Okay, that there's no numbers or factors that can still be reduced. Okay, then we have another one like this. Yay, fun. So we have here opposite sign factors is going to play a role here, just so you're aware. So same deal. These are two fractions. Now this one, it doesn't look like a fraction, so we put it over 1 to make sure. Then we have the top, bottom, and we need to factor them if we can. Top one, no squared term, there's no GCF, we're done. This one is dots, but remember it's 2 plus x and 2 minus x. And x minus 2 can't be factored, and the 1 is just a placeholder. So then we have to look, okay, we have anything in the top and the bottom that's the same. Well, right now it doesn't look like it, but this one and this one are exactly the same. They are not opposite sign factors. All the signs are the same. X, positive, positive, 2, positive, positive. So those two, bam, wham, bam, done. Now this one and this one, these are the opposite sign factors. So we have a positive 2 here and a negative 2 here. Here I have a negative x, and here is a positive x. So when we cancel these out, we put the negative 1 on the top. What's left on the top? Okay, nothing but a negative 1. And what's left on the bottom? Just a 1. So there we go. Awesome. That's it for that. All right, so now if we want to divide. So when we divide, it says it up here, we multiply the numerator by the reciprocal of the denominator. Blah. Okay, anyway. So this is the denominator, is what they mean. We could rewrite this as a giant fraction if we wanted. This dividing sign, we could also write as divided by this mess. So this whole thing could be down here. So it could be a giant fraction problem, or we can just write it like this. Either way, the first thing you have to do is multiply by the reciprocal of the second one. So that just means the reciprocal and flip are, well, let's just do this, you know, accomplish the same thing. So this one stays the same. We multiply then, we change this to multiplication, and this guy gets flipped. So I'm just going to write this out like this. If you want to factor right away, just make sure you put them in the right place. Okay, so now we factor each piece. Okay, it's going to be the same fraction. Everything is just going to be factored. So y plus 4, y minus 1. I should probably let you do this one. So finish up these three, factoring, and reduce and see what you get. All right, so I factored those pieces. I'm going to show you my crossing stuff out because it's fun. So we find common factors. So y plus 4's, 1 in the top and 1 in the bottom. Y minus 2, 1 in the top minus the bottom. So this 3's are the same. Okay, but then we have a y minus 1 and a y plus 1. Okay, those are not opposite sign factors. Okay, take a look. The sign, both the signs would be different. Here, y is positive. Both of them, y is positive. Both of the signs would have to be different. So that's ones are, but the y's aren't. So those aren't the same factors. There's nothing we can do with that. So what's left in the top here is just y minus 1. And left in the bottom is y plus 1. Right? Unless we have an entire factor. Remember, this guy can't be broken up. Neither can this one. So that y is all by itself. And that's all you can do. Next one. Right? Try it out. Take a second. Remember, this is division, so remember what to do first and take it from there. All right, so hopefully the first thing that you did was keep this the same, change this to multiplication, and then this guy gets flipped. So the one with the 7x is on the bottom, and the one with the 9x is on the top. Okay, now factor each piece and reduce. We'll factor each piece and we'll come back. All right, what a great problem here, right? So we had dots, 2 trinomials, and a GCF. Make sure that was GCF and you didn't try anything else. So now we cross out like factors in the top and the bottom. So x plus 5 is in the top and 1's in the bottom. X plus 2. This is the best part. It's just the best. Plus 7, plus 7. And then all we're left with is these two. Neither one of those factors are common. One's x minus 5 and one's x. Remember that x is in the bottom here. Here. Unless it can divide into both, it can't be done, or the other way. They're in love. Don't break those two up. All right. Have a great day.